Apple is about to release something so crazy that Tim Cook says, and I quote, "It's never been seen before." And some new leaks tell us exactly what that might be. There is a lot of wild stuff happening in the iPhone and Apple world this week, so let me break down everything you need to know, plus give a big thanks to our friends at Dbrand for sponsoring this video. They've got a new ghost case, but a bit more on that in a moment. All right, so let me kick things off with a question for you guys. And if you've been around the Apple world for a while, you probably know what this is. What is an S year? Or what is a snow leopard year? For those who might not know, back in the day, Apple was on this tick-tock cycle where they would do one huge iPhone refresh every year, like the iPhone 4, and then follow that up the other year with a 4S, like some more minor refinements before the next big one the following year. And Apple did that for a while. 4S, 5, 5S, 6, you guys get the idea. That's how Apple operated, and the operating system route was kind of similar. There was Leopard, the big redesigned, beautiful, translucent dock, all that wild, crazy good stuff, and then Snow Leopard, which was more of a refinement year. I say all of that to bring it back to this point on the next version of iOS. iOS 26 got a new name, it got a new design, we got everything liquid glassified, all in the image of Alan Dye, who's now gone from Apple, but that's a separate video. And now iOS 27 is mostly gonna be an S year or a refinement year, because we're hearing from the leaks and rumors right now that not a whole lot is going to change. We're still gonna have liquid glass, the overall design of the interface is going to be the same. Really, there are a couple of key exceptions to that, and everything else is gonna stay the same. One of them is that Apple is going to do some more Apple Intelligence work in the OS side, so you'll have new AI-powered apps like an AI-powered calendar. There also is going to be a new AI-powered Apple Health component to the Health app, and we're hearing a rumor right now that Apple might actually do a new health subscription where you could subscribe for an AI-powered health coach. Seems very Apple-like. And then the third big feature, really what Apple's hoping is going to be a big deal, is a new addition to Siri that is supposed to be smarter. Now, we're supposed to be getting this more personalized intelligent Siri sometime this spring, but with iOS 27, one of the new hallmark features, according to Bloomberg, who is typically correct on their reporting, is a chatbot-style Siri interface that basically would allow you to chat with Siri and do Q&A like you would with ChatGPT or Anthropic and Claude and Gemini. Basically, Apple sees what the competition is doing, they know they need to do more, and a chatbot might be one of the big new features of iOS 27, if all, knock on wood, goes according to plan. And given the fact this new Apple Intelligence thing is supposed to be a driving force, not just, for the future of the iPhone, but for the new home hub thing that's coming and smart home devices and all this stuff, Apple needs to get it working right. And as we learn more, I, of course, will let you guys know. Moving on from that, of course, we've got to talk iPhone. And basically, we're now getting to the point where a lot of the rumors we've been discussing for a while are beginning to be confirmed for a third, fourth, fifth time. Basically, yes, we are learning that Apple is doing this split strategy where we're going to get the Pros this year, and then we wouldn't see a new iPhone, iPhone 18, new Air until 2027. So just kind of keep that on your radar. And then speaking of the iPhone 18 Pro, it's kind of like an S year. It's going to be a very much a refinement of what we have right now, basically a change to the color palette. We're hearing most of the upgrades are going to be going with the camera, likely some better photography features and videography features, hopefully 8K video. Cross my fingers for that. And then maybe the only other big thing is a change to the front. And there's been a lot of debate on what's going to happen. Some rumors say that the Face ID components are going to move under the screen and shrink, so you're going to get a smaller dynamic island, like still centered, but much smaller. While some rumors say that everything's going to move under the display and the selfie camera will be there, but it's going to be shifted to the corner of the screen. Now that would definitely be a new look for the iPhone we haven't seen before, but the rumor mill is kind of going back and forth right now, so we're not sure which way it's going to go, but basically, by and large, very much a refinement, and again, it's only going to be the Pros this fall. So 18 Pro, 18 Pro Max, and the new iPhone Fold. And while we are in a bit of a lull right now, waiting to see what Apple does next with the iPhone 18 Pro and new iOS 27 and all the new iPhone freshness for the year, If you're kind of bored of your iPhone and looking for a way to kind of spice it up and make it feel a little bit more exciting and new, the folks over at Dbrand have got you covered, literally covered, with some cool new solutions. One of them is the Ghost case. This is sort of their classic clear case that has been super popular for a while. I've actually been using it on my phone since the last time I worked with them, and I just never took it off, and I've actually really liked it. They've now got the Ghost case available in Cosmic Orange or Deep Blue to perfectly match the Apple colorway that you've got. So if you're like me and you're rocking the Team Orange iPhone and you want something that complements it, this is going to be the way to go. Ghost case looks incredible, offers a nice layer of protection while also being super slim and not sort of overbearing, so lets you enjoy the phone while also giving you a little added protection and a little sleekness. Also, if you're looking for a screen protector, they've got their Prism screen protector. Really simple, like dead simple to install. No muss, no fuss, no air bubbles, no misalignment issues. They make it really easy to do. Even myself, a novice, can do it. Simply put, if you're looking for a great way to protect your iPhone, but also let it kind of still be sleek and stylish and make it comfortable in the hand and just let it kind of be your own, Dbrand has got a bunch of different ways you can customize your phone, including, of course, their Ghost case in those beautiful Apple colorways and the Prism screen protector. Even if you want to go caseless, having a screen protector on there is going to be a great way to go just to keep your screen protected. And again, this one is dead simple to install. So if you want to learn more, check out what Dbrand has got to offer. Give your phone some nice customizations and just get a nice case and protection for your phone and freshen up a little bit as we're in the lull. Check out what Dbrand has got to offer at the link right down below in the description. Now, we do actually have some brand new rumors on the iPhone Fold, some leaks we can talk about, as some pretty credible leakers are giving us some more info on what is expected. And really, the theme here with this is that, yes, Apple is shipping a folding phone for the first time ever this year, and they're going to treat it very much like a high-end kind of special launch, kind of like the iPhone 10 back in 2017. So we're hearing that it could only come in 1 or 2 colors. Maybe they actually do kind of a later launch like they did with the iPhone 10, since it was going to be a much more limited supply. And of course, you got to imagine that Apple is going to use everything they can to make this worthwhile, but also price it in a way that makes sense for them. So there's a lot of debate right now on what the price could be of this thing: $1599, $1799, $1999, and that's just to start before you even get through bigger storage iterations and different tiers. So pricing could be crazy on this thing. And we're also hearing that a couple of things from other Apple products will come here. So Touch ID will be on the power button. We're also going to be getting volume buttons on the top of the device, kind of like what we have on the iPad mini right now. Likely only 2 cameras on the back with a similar plateau to the iPhone Air. So think of that phone, but with 2 camera lenses instead of 1. And then, yeah, the big feature here is going to be the screen. We also are, interestingly enough, hearing that Apple's already kind of getting their toes wet in the development process on a smaller version of this, more of a flip than a fold, kind of like Galaxy Z Flip versus Z Fold. So Apple's kind of working on some other iterations, but for now, it's going to be that larger fold form factor, more like a book. And again, it is coming this fall. And all of that kind of does lead us to some of the drama of the week, which has to do with prices. Now, surprisingly, Apple had a very strong quarter. Tim Cook said, and I quote, that iPhone 17 demand was staggering, especially towards the end of last year. So Apple is making money and doing their thing, but there is a lot of concern from analysts and kind of customers that prices will go up. I mean, you look at RAM prices and a lot of the different components that are seeing surges in prices right now. There's a lot of concern that the iPhone is going to get expensive, and the answer that Apple had wasn't exactly reassuring. They kind of did their same old thing and said, yeah, we're going to do our best to kind of keep the prices, as low as we can, but that doesn't mean much. Basically, Ming-Chi Kuo and other top Apple analysts say that what Apple's probably going to do is do everything they can to keep the base prices the same, and hopefully not raise them, though the Fold is another story. But then what they would likely do is maybe raise the price of certain configurations when you go to add more storage or more features or things like that. And then finally, to round things up, again, a couple of products we are keeping on our radar for an imminent launch: new M5 version of the MacBook Pro, this new Apple budget laptop, the HomePad thing. We did get AirTag 2, so there are a couple of things that are on the radar. I mean, I wouldn't say that a spring event is totally out of the question. Maybe it could happen, or maybe some kind of virtual event, but definitely something we could be seeing in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, we're getting to the crazy part of the year, more iPhone leaks, rumors, everything's coming out, pricing stuff, colors. As we learn more, I will certainly let you guys know, but that is kind of where we're at right now. As always, I want to know your thoughts. iPhone 18 Pro, you excited? iPhone Fold, are you saving money now to get one? Drop a comment down below, let me know. Also, happy 2-year birthday to the Vision Pro. Maybe one of the biggest Apple flops of all time, but happy birthday to you, buddy. We just hit the 2-year mark a couple of days ago. As always, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching with me. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you guys in the next one.